to me, come to me.
Good morning. Welcome to the Umpqua Unitarian Universalist Congregation. I am Glennis Peterson, your service leader for today. Our speaker this week is Donna Smith, and she will be available after this service for an after-sermon discussion on Zoom. The sign-in time for Zoom is at 11:15, and the conversation will start at 11:30, and we've found these to be most enlightening and fun, so I hope you can join us. If you have not yet used Zoom, you can Google Zoom and download the free app. You can do this on your phone, your tablet, or your computer. Follow the prompts and then you can join us. Otherwise, these discussions are recorded so you can view them anytime on YouTube, just like our services. Our services are generally uploaded on Saturday night, so you have plenty of time to look at it before the discussion. Since you're using YouTube to view this service, please click on the red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. This will make it much easier to find us at any time. And if you also click on the little bell next to the subscribe button, you will receive notifications whenever we upload a new video. It's important to make every effort to stay connected with one another during this physical separation. Please call and check in with members of our congregation. If you know how to find us on YouTube or have used Zoom, help others who might find it difficult to do so in order that as many of us as possible can participate in our services. I want to thank Michael Wheeler and Lucy Swingham for their work in producing these videos each week. As I light our chalice this morning, please consider these words by Kimberly Ann Tomzak Carlson. Recognizing the beauty around us and within us in voice and spirit, we gather to light our chalice. May we savor the beauty of our abundance and diversity, always cherishing one another and our earth. May we remember to inhale the lushness in life, knowing that we are a people of beauty. Our opening words this morning are from Adyashanti. Spiritual awakening is a remembering. It is not becoming something that we are not. It is not about transforming ourselves. It is not about changing ourselves. It is a remembering of what we are as if we'd known it long ago and had simply forgotten. At the moment of this remembering, if the remembering is authentic, it is not viewed as a personal thing. There really is no such thing as a personal awakening, because personal would imply separation. Personal would imply that it is the me or the ego that awakens or becomes enlightened. In a true awakening, it is realized very clearly that even the awakening itself is not personal. It is universal spirit or universal consciousness that wakes up to itself. Rather than the me wakening up, what we are wakening up from is the me. I would like to introduce today's speaker, Donna Smith. As a Unity Worldwide Ministry spiritual leader, her ministerial training was focused on pastoral care. Her heart is most joyful when she can help others find peace and joy in their lives. She is also a Unity chaplain, a Taizé prayer leader and trainer, a Reiki master and practitioner, a nonviolent communication teacher, a student and teacher of A Course in Miracles at UUUC, and is active in our Cares and Concerns ministry. Before pursuing ministry, she was a certified public accountant, operating her own business for many years, and since retiring, she does the accounting for Abyssella Winery in Roseburg on a part-time basis. Donna?
Good morning, my dear friends. Today we're going to talk about how long do you want to clean your window of life. This is a quote from spiritual leader Matt Kahn that we will be exploring today. The spiritual path is like spending a lifetime scrubbing a window. Just when you think it's finally clean, you can't help but notice there's still a smudge on the glass. Year after year, you scrub the window until you realize that the smudge you're trying to remove is the reflection of the one cleaning it. At this point, the interest in cleaning the window comes to an end, and all that remains is the willingness to look through it, innocently witnessing the beauty of life as if for the very first time. So what is your window of life? The window is the lens through which you see the world. How does your lens come to be what it appears to be? How you see the world is a combination of all of your earthly experiences from the time you were created by the Creator to the present now moment. This is probably many, many lifetimes in which you have experienced many, many bodies. All along these lifetimes, you have gathered into your mind all the things that you have put value upon. These are stored not only in your conscious mind, but also in your subconscious mind. In your conscious mind, you probably know why you value certain things and why you do or say certain things. But your conscious mind is only 5% of your total consciousness. Your subconscious mind is 95% of your total consciousness. So, your subconscious mind is running your thoughts, words, and actions 95% of the time, and you don't even know it's happening. You may think you don't like Aunt Ethel because she is so demanding. However, it goes much deeper than that and is probably the result of you being a demanding person, perhaps in this lifetime or another. Or you get angry when someone does or says something, and you really are not sure why. These are examples of your subconscious running the show. So as you look out through your window of life at the world, you are using your conscious mind and subconscious mind to assign values and make judgments. Most everyone wants the world to be just like they want it to be. How you want the world to be is based on your need to control it and make it reconcile with all those thoughts and ideas you have accumulated in your mind through all your existence and think are true. Human beings spend most of their life trying to change the past, make the present different than it is, and planning all the ways they're going to make the future just the way they want it to be. It is called the need for control. Anything that does not live up to these ideas about what the world and everyone in the world should be must be changed. An enormous amount of energy is expended trying to control and change the world. Going back to the window as a metaphor, you try to eradicate that which does not fit into your view of what you think the world should look like through your lenses. You think you are cleaning and erasing all the things that are keeping the world from being what you think it should be. All of this is run by fear. You have been brought into this now moment from a long history of living many, many lives in fear. You fear for your continued existence, and in this state of fear, want to destroy anything that you see as threatening this existence. You have been taught that everything is separate, that there are limited resources, and that you must get them before someone else does. That self-love is selfish and ungodly, and that whatever fate you are born into, you must stay there. Very few move up the ladder to a higher place in society, as society has defined these places. Those on the higher rungs do not want anyone above them, and they do what they can to make sure that doesn't happen. So they continue to keep those below them on the lower rungs. And they have been taught to do this. This has been our past, and it is still alive in the present, as we all know. Many are still being run by the 95% subconscious programmed conditioning with their focus on the physical world and trying to control it. They just keep trying to clean those smudges off their window to keep the world the way they want it to be. But you know what else is happening? Some people are getting tired of cleaning smudge after smudge. They are realizing that they are going nowhere. Those darn smudges keep appearing. And they are finally coming to the awareness that there must be a better way. They are beginning to awaken to the realization that they have been focusing on the outer and neglecting their inner wisdom. They are turning to their spiritual nature and are finding answers to the questions they have about who they are and what is this all about. There is a better way. It's a choice for love, not fear. If you let go of the struggle for a moment, you realize that humanity has created these struggles. Humanity has created the pain and the suffering. There's no one else doing it. All of the struggles and suffering are because we have been creating from fear and the thought of separation and lack. Fear, separation, and lack are not real, except in the mind that has allowed them to be there. Only love is real. Only love will change what we have created into the peace and joy that we all yearn for in our lives. So as you look out the window, you finally begin to realize that the world is a reflection of our collective consciousness. The many smudges on the window represents the lower consciousness levels of fear, anger, depression, hopelessness, apathy. These smudges can only be cleaned with the movement from these lower levels of consciousness to the higher levels of consciousness of love, compassion, unity, and cooperation. There is no other way, and when this happens, everything you see through your window of life appears differently. How do you move to higher levels of consciousness? Forgive and release. Our lives have been run so long by our hurts, judgments, resentments, and unforgiveness, and these have kept us in the lower consciousness levels. This is a very critical time in our history, and we are the ones to be the change we want to see. This calls for the very intentional letting go of all your judgments and unforgiveness. You don't have time anymore for step-by-step processing of what has happened to you in the past. This is not intended to be insensitive, but we must grow up now and be the magnificent, loving, and powerful individuals that we truly are. The past that you have been carrying as a burden for so long must be let go, or you will not be able to see and have a future of freedom and joy. You are here on this earth by your social contract, and you came purposely committed to do your part in shifting and lifting the collective consciousness of humanity. Every person who has come into this world at this time is very courageous to have signed up for this ride. When you know this, and you choose the higher consciousness that you are, then you know how to move forward with more ease, more grace, more love, more abundance, more joy. While the dense, dark collective consciousness and unconsciousness continue to unravel and alchemize. And you know what I'm talking about. As Gandhi said, be the change you wish to see in the world. You are not designed to suffer, to stay in old limiting beliefs and patterns. You've been there far too long. Humanity has suffered enough. These old habits and patterns served their purpose. Everything you have gone through has been to prepare you for this now moment and to help you let go of anything that is holding you back from stepping deeper into what you are. You are here to serve humanity by being who you truly are. You are designed to express the love and wisdom that is your true essence. So when you remember who you are and why you are here, and that the world is a reflection of your consciousness, as Matt says, quote, you realize the smudge you're trying to remove is the reflection of the one cleaning it. At this point, the interest in cleaning the window comes to an end. It is here that you realize that the only thing that is important is that you see the world through the lens of your higher consciousness. And this changes everything, including the world, as it moves to reflect a higher consciousness. The smudges disappear. And as Matt continues, and all that remains is the willingness to look through it, innocently witnessing the beauty of life as if for the very first time. You, from your higher consciousness, see the beauty in all of life, just like witnessing the birth of a new baby child. It is from this place of innocence that you can be of service. You are here to be a spiritual warrior. It is time to let go of the high importance that you have put on the material and do what you came here to do. As you see through a clear lens, you realize, as spiritual warriors, that by allowing the light to guide you, you will do what you have come here to do. It is a choice. You always have a choice. But please remember that you are a powerful being that is in the process of awakening. As Adyashanti says, awakening calls forth a transformation in both our interior and exterior lives. Again, please don't think this transformation is about having the perfect life, the perfect job, the perfect mate, the perfect marriage, or the perfect friendship. This is not about perfection. It is about wholeness. It is not about having things exactly as we want them, but about having things exactly as they are. When we allow things to be, a sense of harmony develops. The gap between our realization and who we are as a human being gets smaller and smaller. A seamless continuum begins to emerge between realization and expression, awakening and its actualization. As each one of us awakens, we bring light to the world. Awakening is remembering that life is only in the now moment. It means letting go of wanting to change the past or control the future instead of looking forward to what it may bring. Awakening cannot satisfy you. It frees you from the need to be satisfied, and that is relief and freedom. Now the dark may get darker as we go through the chaos of change until it collapses into the light. It collapses into the light each time one of us accepts the truth that we are a light being. That is why each one of you is so important in this shift in awareness and consciousness. Do not be afraid to be who you truly are. Hold the intention to be a part of this shift, and incredible changes will happen in your life, and then it will spread to all those around you and beyond to fill the earth and all of its beings, human and others. Release those blocks and limitations that are holding you back from your light. Forgive everyone and everything. Do not let the past control you anymore. Choose not to suffer anymore or bring suffering to anyone or anything. As Lori Ladd says, devour the third dimension, life as everything is a blessing. Every human being, pizza, Netflix, ice cream, jogging, boating, laughing. Love it all while knowing you are in the higher dimensions. This will turn your life into an adventure of joy, of being in the world, but knowing that you are so much more. So be a powerful force in bringing the awareness that, heaven is already here on earth. In the way of mastery, there's a beautiful intention that I embrace and I want to share with you today. And it says, therefore, the pathway to awakening, the way of the heart, must start with a decision to embrace the truth that is true always. I am a creator of all that I think and see and experience. I am free always. Nothing impinges upon me but the thoughts I have chosen to hold within. Nothing imprisons me but my own perception of imprisonment. Nothing limits me at any level or dimension of experience, save that which I have chosen. The way of the heart, then, embraces all things, trusts all things, and eventually transcends all things. So when you take this into your heart, you'll know what this part of Matt's quote means as we visit it again. At this point, the interest in cleaning the window comes to an end, and all that remains is the willingness to look through it, innocently witnessing the beauty of life as if for the very first time. You are now the witness, the observer, accepting life, and the world will change right before your eyes. Now is the time. Your life is so much greater than the ego structure. Your awakening can happen in the blink of an eye if that is your desire. There's nothing or no one but you blocking your awakening and moving into your higher consciousness. Nothing but whatever you are holding on to. So do not be afraid to release and forgive. I want to share a secret with you from the higher beings. The light has already won. We are just going through the steps, the chaos, to realize that awareness. The light is massively greater than the darkness we appear to be in. And in truth, the light is the only truth. And truth always prevails. So, dear ones, beautiful spiritual warriors, I encourage you to remember who you are, why you are here, and be that now. We are the ones the world has been waiting for. We are the ones to change our lenses to look out onto the world in innocence and love and see it as it truly is. It is a heaven on earth. We are the ones to make the choices for this new world, a new, beautiful baby world. Our choices are creating this world, and as it says in the Way of Mastery, in no circumstance is there anything of creation that has the power to dictate to you the choice you will make. It is our everyday choices that will collapse the darkness and reveal the light that is already there. So I ask you now to join me in a few moments of meditation. So find a most comfortable place and close your eyes. Let your body relax as you envision a celestial beam of light entering your head at the crown chakra and moving down your body to your feet. As it moves, it takes all the tension from your body and leaves it in a state of peace and calm. And now, bring your focus to your heart. Think of something that brings a smile of gratitude and love to you. And as you recall the message this morning, remember, even though you may experience them, you are not your thoughts and emotions. You are life, innocent life. You are the witness. You are the wisdom. You are in the holiest of temples, your higher self. You are walking on this planet at this time as a body-mind. You are here to sing, dance, play, and create the good, the holy, and the beautiful. You abide in the perfect moment for your transformation. Nothing limits you at all or at any time. The power of the freedom of choice is the essence of your true nature as life and as wisdom. And the very power that you have been using to try to convince yourself of your limitations is exactly the same power that will help you overcome all those thoughts of limitation and fear. There is no difference. And you can do this in the blink of an eye with an intention, a commitment, a recognition. That is all. So in reality, nothing is impossible to you and nothing unavailable to you. Every moment is a doorway through which the good, the holy, and the beautiful can be expressed, as the cultivation of the consciousness through which the power to do so grows. You are here to express your highest consciousness of love, and through this raise the collective consciousness of humanity to see that the light has already prevailed. So let's just take a few moments in the silence to feel the beauty of you and the power of you to be a warrior of light for yourself and the world. As you slowly bring your awareness back into this room, feel the peace of your body and mind and realize that power and magnificence is the real you. Remember this as you go about your day as a warrior of light. Namaste, my dear friends. I love you.
Our closing words are by Adyashanti. If we can let go for just a moment, if we can relax, if we can fall into the center of now, we can encounter directly the freedom that we've all been seeking. It is right here, right now. It doesn't lie in the future. It's not going to come when life changes, when the circumstances of our day-to-day reality becomes different. Freedom is something that's right in the midst of this moment. When we begin to surrender our demand that life change, that life alter itself to suit our ideas, then everything opens. We begin to awaken from this dream of separateness and struggle, and we realize that the grace we are always seeking is actually right there at the center of our own existence. It is the heart of spiritual awakening to realize that we have always yearned for this very thing. In our deepest source that we have always been, freedom is always available to us. As I extinguish our chalice this morning, please consider the following words by Deborah Burrell. We have basked in the warmth and beauty of this flame and this community. As the chalice flame is extinguished, let us carry its glow within. Let us kindle new sparks within these walls and beyond.